Welcome to an overview of the lesson on cost. Scarcity means that people must choose. Scarcity means that our resources are insufficient to produce all of the things we want to have. Since we can't get all the things we want to have, we must choose the things that we do obtain. Making a choice means we bear a cost to obtain what we want. Choosing more of one thing means that we're going to give less of something else. The things we give up are called the opportunity cost. And opportunity cost is the true measure of the cost of a choice. Scarcity also means that rationing will occur. People are unable to obtain all the things they want, which means some mechanism must exist to determine who gets how much of all the goods and services that they'd like to obtain. Finally, scarcity gives rise to competition. Since we can't get all that we want, we're going to strive to obtain more of the things that we'd like to have. This striving, this attempt to get ahead, is competition. Economists analyze choice using the assumption that self-interest guides the choices people make. Self-interest means that we'll choose X when the benefits of X are greater than the cost of X, and we will not choose X when the benefits are less than the cost of X. Self-interest is not the same as selfish. Some people do immense acts of altruism and charity, giving away immense amount of money. Economists, though, say this is not an act of, economists would argue that when people give away their money, they're doing so because the benefit they receive from giving away their money exceeds the cost of giving away the money. This assumption of self-interest has a very important implication. It implies that people respond predictably to incentives. In particular, it implies that people will choose X less when the benefit of X decreases. They'll choose X less when the cost of X increases. They'll choose X more when the cost of X decreases. And they'll choose X more when the benefit of X increases. The lesson concludes by examining the three fundamental allocation questions that scarcity creates. Every economy, every society must have some way or procedure to answer three fundamental questions. The first is what to produce. Out of all the goods and services that we could produce, which of those will we produce, and how many of each of those? Are we going to produce any buggy whips? If so, how many? Are we going to make any typewriters? If so, how many? Are we going to make any computer games? If so, how many? All of those questions involve or entail answers to the what to produce question. Next, we've got to decide how to produce the goods and services. What land do we use to grow oranges? Land in Florida or Nebraska? What land do we use to grow wheat? Land in Nebraska or land in Florida? Who do we have teaching economics? Ed Milner or Joe the plumber? Who do we have repairing plumbing? Ed Milner or Joe the plumber? Do we use lots of capital or lots of labor to produce goods and services? Next, we have to decide for whom to produce. Once we've got the goods and services produced, some solution, some mechanism, some answer to the question, who gets the goods and services must occur. So what are we producing? How are we producing it? And who gets the stuff are the three fundamental economic questions.